So here is my CV, and if you see, this is my first paragraph where I say that am excited to apply for XYZ position for XYZC company, and I'm looking forward to get this opportunity of working with expert people. But the main content starts from the second paragraph where I start describing uh, my first my role in the first company I worked with. I start to describe what. So there are 3 points which you can always look for. So first, describe your project. Second, what you did in the project, and third, what impacted what. So I do this with um, all the companies I worked with, but also try to keep it as short as possible. That is the challenge which you would face while writing a cover letter. You have to keep it short, but also keep it detailed at the same time. So, what you do, you just remove mm, details which are not very important, but you still keep details which are very important enough that the person understands what kind of work you're doing. And especially hiring managers are somewhat technical in most of the companies, so they should understand what you're talking about. So here I say, yeah, I was working in open source project and that brought fame to the company after I contributed that project under the company's name. Now, this is something which I mentioned, and that is also really important because that shows that you're interested in making the company more and more profitable. Whenever you're writing a cover letter, remember that you're um, writing it like a marketing person, where you say that because of my work it benefited the company in XYZ levels. And how do you put that? You specify some of the fame that your company got because of your work, or sometimes you improve the performance and that's why the customers were happy, and that always happens, right? So whatever work you do, whatever significant work you do, it always has this thing that it will actually benefit the company. So you should mention that in your cover letter. Uh, then I went on to also describe it. If you see, even for the Qualis, I mentioned that I was working on container based security that would intercept calls. I described the project as I said. Then I described what I did. I was responsible for developing XYZ. And then I told them what was the best achievement in that project I had for. And then I also mentioned one of the internal tools. Now, mentioning having such projects in hand which you made internally for your teammates is also very useful, because that shows that you are a team player as well, because you understand that team is facing some kind of issues and therefore you try to solve them. So as a developer, you should always not only solve your customer problem but also your teammates problem, so that your team can work more efficiently. So I also mentioned the framework which I developed specifically for the quality assurance team, because they were finding it difficult to test certain sensors that were having old code bases, and it was very difficult for them to have a test case in such case scenarios. So I just created a internal tool, and that is something which I mentioned. Then for One Football, I was currently working over there, so I just mentioned that okay, I was responsible for XYZ, and I was able to develop systems which were able to deliver 3.5 million active users. The requests were within 200 milliseconds. Yeah, and then the last one is just thanks, regards, and just a formality kind of thing, I would say. And that's it. Um, Try to make your cover letter short, but it should not miss on details that would be important in understanding. So it should give your hiring manager enough points to talk when you have an interview with your hiring manager. and he would ask the minute details which he feels were missing. For example, um, when applying for OneFootball, my OneFootball hiring manager told me that, hey, yeah, you worked with Qualys and you had this sensor. How did you manage upgrading all the sensors, sensor agents in different containers that were, spanning across multiple companies? So that was something I was asked. So hiring managers tend to ask such questions, and it was not even related, it was not even mentioned here, but he understood from just this paragraph that what the project was about, and this is very important. So make sure you're writing that in that context. Okay. uh, Hey, I have explained what kind of resume got me a job in Germany in a previous video. The link to that video is below. Thank you.